All right, so for the second question here that I'm going to go over, this is kind of like the main example that we focused on during class today. So target is all about interpreting the rate of change and intercept of a linear model in the context of data. Okay, so we're going to use this graph here to answer these three questions. So I'm going to start with the slope, which we already learned how to do. You can calculate slopes in different ways. You can calculate like the rise over run, so how much up we're going and to the right. But I'm just going to go ahead and like use that formula that we talked about, average rate of change, or the slope formula. It's the same thing. So you might remember, you might not. I'm subtracting my y's on top and the x's on the bottom. All right, so all these things are coming back here for us. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and take 2 points from my graph. I'm going to choose the two that I highlighted in red here. So on the bottom I have years, so that's my x. So I have 1990. Oops, I have 1990, comma 214. Try to fit that as best I can. And then I have 1991, comma 216. Okay, so on the top I'm subtracting my y's, all right, which is the number of people in millions. So I have 216 minus 214. On the bottom I'm subtracting my x's, which is 1991 minus 1990. Okay, that will give you a 2 over 1. So that is your slope. Okay, so I want to kind of explain or interpret this slope in this context. So 2 over 1 is just a number for us. Okay, it has no significance unless I'm putting some context behind it. So looking at my units here, on my y-axis I have the number of people in millions. Okay, so that's what I have on top. I have my y's. So I have 2 million people. And then on the bottom I have the year. So for 1 year here. So you can interpret this with like a sentence in pretty much like a few different ways here. So you can say like every year 2 million people sign up for health insurance, or every year 2 million more people are enrolled in health insurance, or 2 million people sign up for health insurance each year. So I'll kind of just write it like that. So 2 million, like 2 million more people, or 2 million people join health insurance a year. Okay, now we're looking for part C for the y-intercept. Remember, that is the point where I'm crossing the y-axis. So I'll just highlight it in a different color here. Let's take like gray. Okay, see at this point right here, I'm crossing the y-axis. So I'm at the year 1989. Okay, so you're just going to write like a short phrase or sentence to interpret that y-intercept. So I'll start with the year, so in 1989. All right, I'm crossing at that point 212. So I'm going to say 212, and that's again million people have health insurance, or you can say are enrolled in health insurance or something. Okay, so we talked about just a few things that we've already discussed. We've already talked about slope and y-intercept. We're just looking at some like statistical data here that we're given, and we're interpreting slope and y-intercept given not just like the numbers they have. So a slope of 2 over 1. Okay, again, that doesn't mean anything to us unless we put some context with it. Okay, so just some more practice with slope and y-intercept here, interpreting given some data.